her and her ex, or whatever. When typically the natural thing is, and the typical thing to do is to go in on them yourself, you know, and to say, okay, you know, yeah, we're breaking up, or whatever, but he's not this horrible guy, or whatever. You know, we having our differences, or whatever, but don't turn him into this villain. I think that's pretty cool that she's doing that. So I give her props for that.
Tamar and Vince, they have their own reality show.
Yeah, they do.
And on their reality show, it showed Tamar, like, you know, being very aggressive and telling her friends, you know, all the things that he was doing to her, or how he had been treating her all this time, and how she wasn't going to take it anymore, and how she was tired, how she was fed up, and, you know, how they were having all these conflicts. I mean, she was openly saying this to people on the show. So for now her family to kind of like come back and say, like, well, you know, hey, I support her leaving her husband because of all these things that were going on.
So they saying what she was saying.
They're saying what she was saying. And then now she's like, I'm like, ooh, they only saying what you said. So that's kind of like they're trying to have your back.
But I kind of get.
I mean, I get where she's coming from. She's like, well, y'all don't have to repeat it, but they like, dang, what we supposed to do?
Okay.
Well, come on now.
But do you think here's another scenario though? Do you think that could be again? You know, I just don't trust Hollywood people.
I know, right?
When stuff about they
go.
like it in the news, I always feel like part of it is a stunt. I do.
Because our album's coming out.
Whatever, you stunt for whatever reason, because it's that Michael Jackson thing. People talking it don't matter if they're talking good or bad. They talking. So if your name is on their lips, it's good. So I did a trick back in Chicago many years ago where I put a false thing in one of the gossip rags in a gay magazine about me and a guy that I was in the show with. Because me and my cast of the show, we used to go out. We were in a gay musical. We would go out afterwards all the time. We would be seen out about town. So it was no big deal to see us out hanging out. So I put in this thing that two of us were fooling around.
Right.
So it was printed. Then I called the guy and said, hey, I'm the guy you wrote that little thing about. We're not dating, blah, blah, blah. You know, come see our show, blah, blah, you can meet us. So the guy put a thing like, oh, well, they're not dating. It's been confirmed, blah, blah. I'm going to see the show. I'll tell you guys about it. So then the next week, so he's talked about us in this column like now 3 weeks in a row.
Ooh.
And we got free publicity for people to come see our show.
Right.
Yeah.
So we didn't care whether it was really true or not about the dating thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I know that stuff happens, and I think, but at the same time, too, just because people use things to make it into a stunt doesn't always necessarily mean that it's not true at all either. You know what I mean? There's still some truth there. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But again, in defense of Tamar, I kind of understand where she's coming from. Just because, like, for example, just because you say something about your sister or whatever, that don't mean you want somebody else saying it, even if it is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand it's family, so it's a little different with that one, but your ex-husband is not your family. You know what I'm saying? It's not really your sisters don't have the same right to say the shit that you have to say about them.
Or what you've shared, even like about your wife. I'm not going like, oh, your wife show it. I'm like,
right,
nigga,
right.
Don't be talking about my wife.
Right. That's what I said. Yeah.
So that's what I was. So just because Tamar said that, well, you were talking about. Well, they're just saying what she said, but that's not the same thing.
Yeah, but I said I could see where she's coming from. Where she's like, I confided in you guys. It's not for y'all to go back and repeat that.
Yeah.
But you know that so I see both sides definitely.
Yeah, you can't. You know, that's I can say that, but you can't say that.
Exactly.
I can make fun of him,
right?
You can't. Right. Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Just, you know, please. You know,
I had to smell his funky feet every night.
Like I earned that right.
I earned it.
I earned that right.
That.
Shoot.
I've been under the blankets when that nigga got gas.
Oh,
come on.
Oh, that's when I never mind. Do you think that their breakup has something to do with his weight loss?
No, I don't think so. They've been having trouble for a long time.
Weight loss.
Vincent lost a lot of weight.
Do you think?
But he's been having problems. They've been having their problems started long before that. Their weight loss thing is like super recent.
It happened a few years ago.
So what are you insinuating? That he's losing weight and he's fucking around?
Ooh, maybe. But I was insinuating that Tamar kind of likes to be the one that's like...
She's jealous?
I think so. Maybe she's jealous. Mm-hmm.
It's not like he lost...
Because he was coming into his own. He was getting his confidence
It ain't
back.
like he lost weight and turned into prison, babe. He's still motherfucking Vince Herbert. I mean, weight's only so much, you know, of the issue.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Dino.
He like prison banker.
Not with y'all today. Oh my God, prison banker.
I mean,
I guess so. But I seen he was getting a lot of props on all the. Yeah, I'm done. I'm just forgetting.
I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, this don't even make no sense.
Never mind. People was really congratulating him on all his weight loss.
Yeah, because people encourage you. Like when you do
and
that, that's a big
that
thing.
She couldn't handle that.
I know what you're saying.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't help, but
there's some people that prefer their spouse or their partner behind them.
Yeah,
at all times.
And I think so.
I'm not putting Tamar past that, but I don't think that's enough for her to blow up her marriage. Dude is, he's fucking Vince Herbert.
He discovered Lady Gaga.
Like, dude ain't no joke. He the real deal.
He is the real deal.
You know what I'm saying? So she ain't gonna just be throwing because nigga drop some pounds. She ain't gonna. I'll kick him to there's just Vince Herberts at every bus stop.
Well, now she's Tamar and everything, so she probably feels like
she's not that much Tamar. I mean, she's Tamar, but she's not really.
Well, hey, people love her. She got fans.
She but she ain't even.
Her husband did that.
She can't even start. She can't even get the TV show that Steve Harvey promised her.
Oh,
where that at?
I feel like
where that at?
She's been in the game for a second though, but we talk about some real longevity. I mean, I think look at like Anita Baker. Mm-hmm. Anita Baker was that peak in the 90s. Like she was all that.
Everything.
And then she just vanished.
Mm-hmm.
Just vanished. Like she's still respected.
Yeah.
But I don't think she could just walk in today and be like, I'm putting out an album and it's gonna go to #1. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to work real, real hard.
Yeah.
So I don't
the
think
same thing with Tamar.
Yeah. She hot now. We'll see. We'll see. Yet to be seen. Her sister came back around again.
Yes.
And her sister never really fully went away because she did the Broadway stuff and all that.
She tried to keep her name relevant. She was very smart with her career.
She cried because the kid got autism. She was all there.
Yeah, she was here for it. And she got sick, and we fell in love with her again. Like, no, Tony, we need you.
But Tony stay in financial trouble.
She does.
She been bankrupt I swear she seems like she been bankrupt like 10 times.
She got the money back.
And you can only be bankrupt like every 7 years. And it's still
she like what? She like how many years I got left? Due for one. It's been 7. Oh, run it. I'm bankrupt. Yeah, but she got the money back now. Her and Birdman, they're engaged for marriage.
I did not hear that they were engaged, but okay. But,
yeah, she announced it. She told her family.
But Birdman ain't no financial wizard his damn self.
Well,
that's why him and Lil Wayne ain't talking.
They made up.
They made up? I don't know if they made up with Lil Wayne's bank account, though.
I don't know if that's going to ever be reconciled. But I know the Carter 5 is coming out. That's all I do know. They made up that much.
Shoot.
So they must have figured something out. They must have worked out some kind of deal.
And Lil Wayne ain't the only dude running around town talking about Birdman be reneging on some paychecks either.
Oh, who else been saying?
People on the label.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, that's why they ain't...
I believe he's like the new Suge Knight. I do.
Suge.
I do.
DeJong said that.
Oh, I didn't. No. I mean,
me and Dino mind their own business. I just want to put it out there.
No. I take recant. I'm sorry, Suge Knight, for the things that I've said.
Now, see, when Suge Knight come busting into the studio, you're going to be happy I got that AR-15.
Oh, my God. I'm going to be like, Dino, load it. Get the bullets. Heck yeah, I'm gonna be like your first helper. I'm gonna be like, reload. Here you go, Dino. You need another?
There she go. Every show. At least one time.
I swear y'all set me up with this mic every week.
Yeah, right.
Nobody else's faults but mine.
Yeah, ain't nobody else clumsy but you.
Mine must not be on right. Look at how it is.
Stacey Dash withdraws from congressional race.
Well, duh. She was not going to win no black community.
Yeah, she withdrew supposedly because let's wait till Dejan quit playing with her microphone.
Why does mine seem like it's high or something?
Because you just made it higher. It wasn't that high before.
No, that's because it was like this, and that's why I kept falling.
Okay.
Whatever. Fine. Okay. Never mind.
So back to Stacey Dash withdraws from congressional race because she says it's because she doesn't want to be involved in plantation politics.
What?
Yeah, but Pip's reason is the real reason.
She was never going to win a black neighborhood.
Ever.
Nope.
She never. Now, if that had happened, that would be the true Trump effect.
Now this is the thing that I'm tripping off of. Like I don't want to say anti-black people, but
That's her image.
Not pro-black.
She's not very pro-black, but yet she tried to
pull her black card.
She tried to run in Compton.
Yeah. No, she has been, I feel, a little anti-black. Like the whole thing, like we don't need BET. That's not anti-black to me. And I'm like, without BET, wouldn't nobody fucking know who you are.
Okay, hello.
Okay. I don't. Okay, I didn't want to go that harsh, whatever. But I'm not mad at you for saying it. I could definitely see why people call her that. I'm not sure if I agree 100% that she's anti-black because I have a lot of opinions that are not very popular in the black community. Okay. And I don't think just because somebody has opinions that, you know what I mean? I don't think you should label people Uncle Tom or anti-black because their opinions about a lot
they're
of
not
issues or whatever don't go with the grain of the black constituency.
Okay, I'm with you because you're saying she's not anti-black, she's just not pro-black.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be pro-black for sure.
All right, I'll buy that.
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
Because I say that even again, she does seem to be like. I get the reasoning behind people saying like, oh, we shouldn't be separating ourselves. We shouldn't have a black this and a black that.
Right.
If we really want to be part of the system, then we're all the same across the board. Let's just get rid of that. And that doesn't necessarily mean anti-black.
Right.
That means that they might have a different way of thinking about what progressive means.
Right. Right. And so that's the thing. I can see in some of her statements like that one that you use for it is a perfect example. I can see that in there where she's coming from. And on some levels, I agree with her on some levels. But, you know, I also know that our people, we're quick to be like, Tom, you know, you know, hey, are you pro, you know, coon, you know, whatever. But whenever you go against the popular opinion and whatever, so I don't want to, you know, be guilty of the same thing because I know there's people out there that think that of me.
But if you get in bed with racists, that's the issue.
Yeah, that's problematic. That's problematic.
I feel like
for sure.
she's been hanging around a lot of racists.
Exactly. I don't think that she has enough. You know, when you think about somebody who runs for the black neighborhood, you think about somebody who did something for the city. I would vote for Kendrick Lamar for Compton for whatever before I vote for Stacey Dash. Do she even know anything about Compton? Have she even been there? I don't even see her as a person that will be a good representation for that at all. I just don't.
That's fair.
Excuse me.
That's fair. Because that is the thing. Like, 'cause I think she thought she's gonna come in there and deliver them to the other side of like yo, I'm gonna open their eyes to what they have been lost.
No, she was sent.
I would vote.
Saw you. I would sent by the devil.
I would vote for Stacey Dash.
She was sent by the devil.
Playmate of the year. I would. I swear, I would.
Even today?
I got a lot of friends that are in love with her.
Even today, she's hot. She's hot.
I got people that they just love her.
She just shut her mouth.
Yeah. Isn't she the cousin of Damon Dash?
Yes.
Dash?
Yes,
that
she
was
is.
with
Yes.
Jay-Z?
Yes, that is her.
Every time I think about him, I think about the shoulder move they did in that video that one time. That's crazy. So I wonder. Never mind. You know, I'll be thinking.
Do you?
Is that what you call it? Is that what you call what you do?
No, I'll be thinking, right? So what if Dame Dash and Stacey Dash like came up with like this whole plan to like, why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're talking.
Never mind. They know it's giving me a look like, I don't know.
I don't know where you're going with this. Yeah. I'm like waiting, like where is this going?
Yeah, what if they like came up with like this whole like thing and they both see things from the same way, and that's why like Dame Dash and Jay-Z like stopped. They got. I was about to say they broke up, but they wasn't together. That's why they separated their, their business and everything.
Is crazy.
I'm wondering. I'm thinking, like, is that why Jay-Z was like, oh, hell no, I got to get away from you?
I just feel like Stacey Dash has some kind of stick up her ass. And
yes.
It's crammed in so tight. She even has that look on her face like something's up her ass.
She does. She's done so many music videos. How could it be? Maybe that's why she's just tarnished. She's just tainted.
Yeah, I agree with that. And as pretty as she is, she doesn't have a lot of sex appeal for me. So
She always looks stank
like,
face.
like
She does.
and her personality is just so
Also stank face.
plastic.
Who has she dated?
She feels, you know,
Stanky man.
she doesn't seem like
that
she'd be.
smell that she keeps